Hello, everyone. Welcome to DSP versus the Internet, my weekly clips react show here on DSP Reacts. I'm Darkside Phil, and this is episode 84 for September 29th, 2024. As always, this is one of my fun things to do every week where we react to clips from all over the internet as submitted by you, the members. Thanks to everyone who is a member of this channel that keeps the content coming with your support as members. Seriously. So we're going to start with the Ultra member submissions. These are the people who are the highest tiered supporters of the channel. We are guaranteed to watch their clips every single week. And then we're going to go to that randomized playlist where people who are the submissions tier go into an equal chance because it's completely randomized with a shuffle feature on YouTube. And we see what comes up. Now, if you like the content, please become a member today. Submissions tier and Ultra member get to submit their clips. Also, please support the stream in other ways. We've got a great streak of support going. We want to keep that rolling. Anything counts, including super chats, super stickers, and tips. So please consider it. Thank you in advance. Let's get into our clips. Our first clip of the week. Luxury fashion is for broke people. Well, if you spend money on luxury fashion, you're probably broke after the fact, but let's see what they have to say. Here we go.
The rich don't dress like you think they do. They aren't buying Gucci belts, Saint Laurent bags, or Versace robes. The middle class is. Take a look at these three bags. Two are from Walmart and one is from Louis Vuitton. Can you tell which one is the luxury brand?
Definitely the one on the left is probably Walmart. I would think the Louis Vuitton would be the one in the middle because I think it has the LV logo on it.
Sure, it's easy when the LV logo is plastered all over it, but I lied. One of those other bags isn't from Walmart. It's actually a Birkin worth over $30,000. Mainstream luxury fashion brands have trained us to believe that branding is everything, when in reality, most high-end products are really only status symbols for those that can't afford it.
Yep.
Real luxury hides in plain sight. If you've seen the show Succession, you're probably aware of how one character's featureless $625 cashmere hat helped popularize conversations regarding stealth wealth. While famous movie stars are often pictured in the regular designer brands that you've heard of, like Gucci and Balenciaga, many times they're paid to advertise it.
Right.
The truly rich, that aren't constantly in the spotlight, have an entirely different kind of wardrobe, one based around minimalism, quality, and fit.
That's so crazy because all the time, right? I see people driving around in like a luxury car, and then on the bumper, on the license plate, they've got one of those stupid things around the license plate, and it's advertising the car dealership they got the car at. And I'm thinking to myself, you spent all this money for this car, this high-end car. Why are you giving free advertising to the company that you paid for the car, right? And that's what these luxury brands actually are. They're advertising a life of affluence. Rich people want quality. They want comfort, versatility, utility. Whatever they're buying, even though it may be way expensive, they want to get use out of it, right? It's the middle class that want to look rich that spend the money on the luxury brand just to show it off as bling, to act like they're more affluent than they really are. If you already are rich, you don't have to look rich because you already have it. Get it? You don't need to flaunt it. You already have it and people already know it, right? Do you think Bill Gates has to fucking wear Balenciaga? He's the filthy rich. He doesn't give a fuck. But look how comfy he looks in that shirt right now. Looks like it's a blanket around him. Look at that. Look how baggy his pants are. He's happy, man.
For example, those plain gray t-shirts that Mark Zuckerberg wears, they are $400 custom made from Brunello Cucinelli, yet to most people, it looks like it could be from Target.
Right.
In fact, when the truly rich do wear traditional luxury brands such as Prada and Valentino, they have access to exclusive designs that hide their branding. When most people think of luxury items, they're often reminded of brands that have strong advertising and a recognizable logo or design. Whether that be a Rolex watch, a Lamborghini sports car, or Gucci flip-flops, they're all easily identifiable as luxurious. While billions of advertising dollars have been spent to ingrain that message into your mind, often they aren't the pinnacle of quality by any means. They are simply highly regarded as a status symbol. Like many other animals on Earth, we place value on status symbols as they can project value upon ourselves. Male peacocks use their colorful feathers to attract a mate, Penguins collect pebbles to prove their worth, and
Yeah.
us humans purchase douchey luxury goods. It's all the same. Status symbols merely attempt to prove that their owner is valuable. The reason we don't see the ultra-rich like Jeff Bezos dripped out in Gucci is because we all know he's rich. He doesn't need to prove it. However, when you see your neighbor or coworker wearing a new designer outfit, you immediately begin to wonder about how they were able to afford it. Turns out, a lot of the time, they can't.
What'd you wear?
Huh?
Why do you dress like that? Like that. What's you wearing? You look poor.
In places with great income inequality, those people with lower incomes live under significant social stress. Their lower position in the social hierarchy is more obvious and more consequential. In response, some people purchase the kinds of goods that create the impression that they have money to spare, even when they don't. Researchers examined Google search trends across the US and found that people in states with relatively high income inequality were more likely to search for luxury brands than those in other states. You can actually map this correlation.
Yeah, they want what they can't have. It's that typical human mentality. You always want what you don't have or you can't have. That's what you desire. You're never just happy or content with what is readily available to you. You're always looking towards the next. So when you're poor, you simply just want what you can't have. Room and board, food, right? Basic clothing. When you have that, now you want the next thing. Well, I want the better shoes. I want a car. I want this. When you have that, you want the next. Then you want the next. When you go to the end, when you're already rich and affluent, what is it that you really can't have? Happiness. So now you don't care about the physical shit around you anymore because you can have whatever you want. Now you're seeking a higher level of happiness outside of the material, right? There you go. And that's the human condition, right? Is that we always want what we can't get. We're never happy. We want something more, I may be an exception to this rule. Seriously. And the reason being is very simple. I'm the kind of person that I don't look towards things I don't have. People will come on my stream and they'll be like, if you could go anywhere in the world on a trip right now, no, unlimited budget, where would it be? I don't know. I don't even think about it because I can't, because that's not reality, right? Right now, if you had a ton of money, what if you just made $1 million? What would you spend it on? I don't know. I don't even want to think about it because I don't have $1 million, right? I don't want to think of these crazy big brained hypotheticals because there's no point. If they're not going to happen, right? Then there's no reason I'm even wasting a brain cell on it. A little bit of my time and energy. If those situations became hypothetical, real things that could happen, then maybe I would spend time on it. But I don't think it makes sense because there's so many people out there who live past their means. Like, this is what I mean. Like, they can never be happy with the here and now because all they care about is what's coming in the future. I mean, I do care about what's coming in the future. We talk about it all the time, that this year has been a great year for me. These last 2 months have been amazing. My life has been much better. I've been making way more than I usually would. I've been making all improvements to my business setup and everything. I want to get another new PC here for streaming, the things we talk about. But that's not like, oh, I want to move to a giant mansion and I want to go on a full tour of Europe and I want to do that. No, I don't. I literally don't think about that stuff. I don't think there's a reason to. Right? Because that's kind of what leads you down this road of you want more than you can afford. You want more than you have. Why not just be happy with what you have? Right? I'm happy with where I am. Would it be nice to have a little bit of extra money to do stuff? Absolutely. But at the same time, I'm not going to kill myself, right? At all to think about what would happen if I all of a sudden became virally popular on the internet and made double, triple, quadruple what I made. What shoes would I buy? What car would I drive? I mean, no, I'm not that kind of person. I know a lot of people are. I'm not. I live within what I'm right here in the here and now, my means and what's going on. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's just the truth. I think too many people live with their heads in the clouds, and that's how you get this. Oh, I need to have the fucking 500 pair of Nike shoes. I want to drive the luxury car that's 4 times more expensive than what I should be driving. When I drove a BMW, I leased it. I did not buy it. I leased it for a limited time because I knew I was only going to have it for a few years. And the only reason I got it was because I wanted an ultra dependable car because my other car had been a lemon that had fallen apart on me piece by piece. And I had spent 3 times as much as I bought the original car in repairs over the years with that car because it had so many problems. So I knew if I leased a vehicle like a BMW, this thing's going to not have any problems. I'm going to have free service if there is a problem. And it ultimately, I ended up getting good use out of it for when I had it. I never had an issue, and I didn't spend any extra money. Now, was it expensive to lease it? Yes. But at the same time, I didn't have stress. It was a stress-free existence. That's why I leased the BMW. I didn't give a shit that it was a BMW. I didn't care what brand it was. Really, I didn't care about what it looked like, anything. I just wanted a fucking dependable car, and that's why I leased it. And then, of course, it's out of my means. You know, those big boom years of me making big YouTube money went away. I don't have a BMW anymore. I got a Toyota. And I've driven it for over 7 years, and I'm still driving. I'll probably drive it till it breaks, right? So that's me. I'm a practical guy. But these people who do this kind of shit, they're not practical. And I hate to say it, the celebrities, too, that advertise these products, it's kind of messed up because all they're doing is they're buying into that whole cultural thing that, look, I'm a celebrity, and I'm wearing Louis Vuitton. I'm wearing Balenciaga. You want to be like me. But in reality, they don't want to wear that. They're only doing it because they're getting paid for it. They know that they could just get comfy shit, and they don't have to be, you know, driving around in a giant high-end car, wearing this stuff. They don't care, but they're doing it for a paycheck. So now everyone else says, oh, my God, did you see Rihanna is wearing that? And then they want it because they fall into that trap, always wanting what they can't have because they want to be like the person better than them. Thank you, Guitar Player, 1939, for 19 months of support as a member. And also, thank you to Dark Maggot, who had popped the 18-month membership earlier on the stream. I appreciate that. Okay, let's continue. Let's go on to the next video. That was a good one, but I don't think we even need to go any further. I think we got the discussion out of it that was intended there, right? Okay.
Thanks AG1 for sponsoring this video. They are one of the most popular party foods ever, and today I am on the quest to find out which way is the best way to get the crispiest wings ever. And I'll tell you one thing, from all the researches I've done and the tests I've made, this is one of my best discoveries ever. So let's begin. And everything starts off with chicken wings. Are you a drums person or a flat? This is...
Oh, that's a tough question. The drumsticks are easier to eat because you can just hold it with one hand and eat around, but they don't have as much meat as the full-on, like, wing. But the wing is a pain in the ass to eat because it's got that extra bone in there. So you gotta like two-hand it and snap the bone off and eat around it to get to the meat. In reality, I don't like either. I don't really like chicken wings because they're too much of a pain in the ass to eat. That's true.
It's an argument that can go on forever. But I'll tell you one thing. Give me either one, and as long as they are nice and crispy, I'll be happy. Now, in order to get the best results of my chicken wings, the first thing we need to do is to get it seasoned. Not only do we want the salt to penetrate nicely and deeply into the meat, we're also trying to avoid the most amount of moisture, because all we care about today is crispiness. So after seasoning it with a good amount of salt, I made sure to rub them around each other so that we don't get the flats people mad with the drums one. Now, the next thing to do is to go ahead and set them on a cooling rack. I wanted to give additional flavor, and for that, I used Guga's rub. Adding a good amount of it on the chicken wings is a must.
Of course.
It has hints of
his own branded rub. What a shock that he would use that.
Because once I was done seasoning all of them, into the refrigerator they go so that they can dry brine. As that was happening, it was perfect because it allowed me time to go ahead and make an awesome side dish. Now this one will please...
I never care about these side dishes. I know it's part of his shtick that he always has a side dish. I don't give two shits about that. I just want to see the wing, so I'm going to skip the side dish. Okay. What happened?
Hopefully, it will be extremely crispy whenever we deep fry it.
Did he put a wonton wrapper on it? Is that what that is? Oh, shit. He wonton wrapped his chicken wings.
But since I was doing this, I also wanted to try something else. And that is with these wonton wrappers. You probably had them.
Oh, wait, no. So first he did a wonton. What was the other one then? What was the first one that he did? Find out.
Wing with it. Now you want to make it as nice and tightly as possible, as once you have done so, this is what you should be left with. A tightly wrapped chicken wing that hopefully will be extremely crispy whenever we deep fry it.
What is it?
Chicken wings. Because by this time they were fully dry brine. And to make them extra crispy, I'm going to be using a special ingredient. This is rice paper. It is
So one he wrapped in rice paper and one he wrapped in wonton wrappers. Okay, definitely not traditional wings then. Okay.
Pretty straightforward, just like the previous one as well. I just like to use a little bit of water to tighten up the seal. As once I was done with all of them, take a look. They're also now ready to be deep fried. Now, like always, we also have to have a control as well. That way we're going to be able to tell if it's going to be an improvement or not, as the only thing left to do is to go ahead and deep fry them. For that,
Yeah, I wonder how it would affect the flavor, because like the best part about chicken wings is the crispy, chewy, tasty skin. Will the flavor of the skin or the consistency of the skin be affected by being wrapped in those wrappers? Would it end up being like gummy instead of crispy? Let's find out.
Got my oil at 375 degrees Fahrenheit. Threw them in there and let them cook. I was targeting for an internal temperature of 185 degrees Fahrenheit, as we want to remove the most amount of moisture as possible to get them super crispy. Because once they're fully cooked and crispy, you're going to be left with a very interesting chicken wing, which hopefully will be a lot better than the control. But don't forget, we still have another one to deep fry. I did the same exact thing as I did with the previous one, cooking them at 375 degrees oil so that we can get them nice and crispy. And once
one sick puppy says, I had restaurant ramen the other day and the ramen noodles were closer to wonton noodles than homemade instant noodles. Dude, homemade ramen, or excuse me, instant ramen is not ramen. Instant ramen is a completely different product. It's not even the same. Instant ramen noodles are completely different. When you get fresh ramen from a restaurant, those are noodles that are made fresh. They are prepared differently. They're thicker. They taste much better. I cannot recommend fresh ramen more. You know, I've had it so many times now since the ramen restaurants opened up here in the Seattle area of Washington. And dude, it is like amazing, especially if they put like a thin slice of pork in there, or they put like a soft boiled egg that's been marinated in there. Oh my God. Fresh ramen is like amazingly good. Instant ramen, the only way you can really eat that shit is if you add in so much other stuff. You're putting in hot sauce, you're tossing in other ingredients, then it's like stomachable. But I couldn't just eat instant ramen on its own. By the way, I forgot to change my frame. I'll do that right now.
It was done. Take a look. Here we have the beautiful wonton crispy chicken wings. They look very nice and delicious, but take a look at the rice paper one. These are some extremely crunchy chicken wings. And my hopes is that it's going to be 10 times better than the traditional version. However, we're about to find out right now. As now I say, it is enough talking and it is time to eat.
The wonton wings look like they're going to taste like an egg roll. Right? That's going to taste like a Chinese egg roll, because that's exactly the paper they used to make the egg roll. So it's going to taste like a deep fried egg roll, but with fresh meat inside. I'm curious what the rice paper ones will taste like. I don't remember what rice paper tastes like, because usually with rice paper, you don't fry it, right? Like rice paper you would use to make like a spring roll with veggies or shrimp in it. You wouldn't fry the rice paper, so I don't even know what that would taste like fried.
Eat some incredible chicken wings, so let's do it.
Does that look good or what? But before we try it, I want to thank today's sponsor.
I don't want to thank today's sponsor at all. I want to tell them to kiss my butt. All right, here we go.
Chicken wings. This is kind of weird. Google, what's wrong with you? Do you have a fever? You're making chicken wings?
After making so many YouTube videos, almost 1,000 YouTube videos, this is my first chicken wing videos on Google Foods, everybody.
I love chicken wings, but you don't have to say that this is an experiment for me to know that this is an experiment, Guga.
Why?
That does not look like a chicken wing.
Tell me if you ever heard the crispiness like this. And obviously we got a little side dish over here.
Yeah.
Just so that you wouldn't hate too much. That is beef, by the way.
That is a good side dish.
I got 2 sauces over here. I got Frank's Red Hot with butter, and then obviously barbecue sauce. Okay, let's dig in. Enough talking.
Well, wait a minute. Barbecue sauce? That's actually weird. Traditional chicken wings, you don't put in barbecue sauce on them, right? Like it would be like a hot sauce or something like that, like hot wings. Or I think lemon pepper. I really don't think traditional barbecue sauce when I think of regular chicken wings. Maybe a lot of people do like that. I don't even think of that. Like I wouldn't have them with that.
And we'll try the control first. Please dig in.
I'm gonna upset some people, but I'm a drum guy.
Drums or flats? Which one is better, everybody? Put it in the comments down below. Quick reminder, everybody, I am going on a book tour.
Oh my Lord, can we, dude, he's advertising too much. Come on, eat the wing. Shut up about your book tour.
Cheers.
Not bad. Missing some crispiness.
Yeah, definitely. I thought there was gonna be more crunch to that bite, but not really. It's like an okay chicken.
It's juicy. It's got a little bit of a bite, but it's a chicken wing, bro.
Nothing crazy, it's just a regular chicken wing, everybody. Obviously, it has good flavor, but if we are judging crispiness, that's not it. Let's go for this one, yeah, because this is the craziest one.
Wow.
Let's please dig in.
Let's stick to
Rice
the
paper.
drum.
Oh my God.
All right.
This is super crispy.
As you squeeze, that's crispy, everybody.
That sounds like it's got some crispiness.
Well, let's give it a go and let you guys know how it tastes. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers. Oh my God.
Now that is some next level crispiness right there.
Oh yeah.
It's still very juicy too. What I like about this crust is that I thought it would be too hard to break,
Yeah.
but not at all. As soon as you start to bite it, it just falls apart.
Yeah, it's like brittle.
Yeah, exactly.
It has almost no flavor since it's wrapped on this rice wrapper, by the way.
Oh.
It's obviously more crispy.
Yeah, for sure.
If your objective is to be a little bit more crispy with your wings, this works.
So far,
So that's crispy, but not flavor. Now watch, the wonton will have flavor because it's going to have absorbed the oils as they fried it. But the wonton wing is going to taste like an egg roll. It's not going to taste like a chicken wing, right?
definitely one with this one. What about you?
Definitely. This one has got that crunchy, crisp feel to it. It's just nice.
Krispy Kreme chicken wings are by far the crunchiest.
Very delicious. Highly recommend. I say we clean our palates with some side dish and beef and make.
No, I don't care about the side dish. I want to see the final one. You can't clean your palate with greasy beef. Sorry. Okay.
That's what it is.
This looks very impressive.
Enough talking. Let's give it a try. Cheers, everybody.
Cheers.
Also very crunchy.
All right, I have my winner already.
Which one is your winner?
The rice.
The Rice Krispie?
The Krispy
Oh.
Kreme.
The Krispy Kreme. I agree. You?
The rice as well. You can't beat that level of crispiness. This one comes close.
But this one also changed the flavor.
Since it's wonton, it feels like a spring roll or like a egg roll or whatever.
Exactly.
So it has
Wonton flavor, once it absorbs all that oil, it's a very unique flavor you can't get away from. So that's more like an Asian wing where it tastes like an egg roll. So, I don't know. I mean, the rice paper, like they said, it adds no flavor. So what you need to do then is you would need to, man, see, that's tough because when I think chicken wings, I think they're like doused in sauce, like a buffalo sauce or, like I said, like a lemon pepper garlic sauce. I just think of them being messy, right? Messy wings. How could you make messy rice wings? You can't because it's going to like break apart. I don't know. For crispiness, I get it. Like for crispiness, I get it. But in particular, I don't really like chicken wings anyway. They're too annoying to eat. There's not enough meat on them for the effort it takes to eat it. There's not enough meat on it. You get sticky and yucky when you eat it. I don't really like that, so I'm not a big wings guy.
Hi, my name is Carla Shaw.
We already watched this video last year. It's such an oddity of the internet. We'll watch it again.
You can stop at 5 or 6 stores or just one. I don't need friends. They disappoint me.
Hi, I'm Todd LaRue. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. I feel like a deer in the headlights of love.
Honey, you've got a big storm coming. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one. Can I ask you kind of a weird question?
You could stop at 5 or 6 stores, or just one.
She got it right. She got it right because if you can't tell what this is, they're reading lines to see if people can understand delivery, I think. She got it right because what that was supposed to be is an advertisement. You could stop at 5 or 6 stores to find what you want, or you could just go to one that has everything you want in one store. That's what the line means, but I don't think they understood it. Like, most of these people, they don't know what the fuck they're reading. They didn't comprehend it. She understood the line and read it correctly to give it the right delivery so it sounded like an advertisement. And I think what they're doing is they're having them like, just do a move, do a pose, and see what they do. People who have charisma will do like a pose, you know, or, oh, yeah, you know, and then people who don't have charisma are like, so pretty interesting.
I am the queen of the universe. The waves part, and they engulf me, and the water is warm.
Or just one. I can see the Statue of Liberty from here.
You could stop at 5
Oh, okay then.
or 6 stores or just one. I can't stand it when she touches me.
Whoa.
People say that time heals all wounds.
Do you like...
All right. We're not going to do this one because this one is a video that's going to... I might even watch the whole thing because this is something I talked about recently. This video, something that happened. But anyway, that's it for part 1 of DSP versus the internet this week. I hope you're enjoying so far. I would say good variety of clips in part 1. We got through 3 of the Ultra member clips. We have 8 this week, so we have another 5 to get through. Thanks to everyone chilling with me here on the stream. And if you're watching on demand, I hope you're enjoying as well. Remember, if you become a channel member today, either of the Ultra or Submissions tier levels, you can be the lucky person to get your video watched next week. Thanks so much. I will see you in part 2 for the week.